Good morning to my sweet little hearts. How are you? Hope you all are fine. Shall we start? Yes. Before starting every good events, we want to start with a prayer. Let's have a silent prayer. Okay? All of you, sit straight, close your eyes. Together with that, we want to do meditation. All of you, close your eyes, sit straight, keep chin mudra, and sit. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, now all of you can open your eyes. You're feeling fresh, isn't it? Yes. Okay, let's start our class by revising the portion which teacher took in the last week. Remember which all portions? Yes. Which all portions we deals with? We deals with abstract nouns. Remember what is meant by abstract nouns? Abstract nouns tells us the quality or feeling of something or some persons, isn't it? It doesn't have a color, shape, smell, or anything just like that. That type of nouns were known as abstract nouns, isn't it? You got the concept? Okay. Can you mention some examples for the abstract nouns? Yeah, happiness, freedom, bravery, intelligence, childhood. These all were examples of what? Abstract nouns. Okay, shall we move to the class? All of you take page number 6. Take page number 6. There you can see one activity. Listen and speak. Your teacher will read out some lines. Write T for true and F for false. I will read the lines for you and you want to mention whether it is T for true and F for false. I read the question for you. First question, a clock has hands. Did a clock have hands? No, it is false. Second question, a tree has a trunk. A tree has a trunk. Yes, it is true, isn't it? Third question, a watch has eyes. A watch has eyes. Did watch have eyes? No, that is false. Fourth question, a saw has teeth. Did a saw has teeth? Yes, it has teeth, but it can't eat. That sharpened points of that saw is called what? Teeth. That is true. So first one it is, a clock has hands. False. A tree has trunk. True. A watch has hands. False. A saw has teeth. True. Okay. Then next, beyond the lesson, some activities given there are already explained in the first portion or first introductory part. Okay. This section beyond the lesson, this already I explained in the introductory part. Remember, arm of the chair, then name was there. Then leg of the table, already I mentioned. Then where the place where you are keeping your lips in the cup, that place is called as what? Lip. Got it? So these all were the things, just go through. Okay. Next, all of you take page number 7. 7, you can see worksheet 1. Worksheet 1, the activity is diamond poem. A diamond poem is a 7-line poem shaped like diamond. What's the shape of a diamond? This is the shape of a diamond, isn't it? Yeah, this is the shape of a diamond. Okay. Diamond poems usually talks about two different or opposite things. So diamond poems are they're writing in the shape of a diamond. That's the first thing. Second thing, it mentioned about two things, but that two things were having the opposite characteristics. Different character things we were explaining in that poem, just like tall and short, fat and thin. Just like that opposite antonym wise we were explaining. Okay, two different things we were explaining. Let's see the poem. Read this diamond poem. Look at the details about each lines. First one, cat. It is written about cat and dogs. Okay, that you can see the first line and last line, cats, last line, dogs. The first line, what do you want to do? You want to write both in the first line and last line, you want to write down the noun, which means about which thing you are writing, that thing's name you want to write. First time, it is written just like cats. Noun 1, cats. Then next line, you want to write two adjectives about the noun that you have written in the first line. Next line, what do you want to write? You want to write two adjectives. Adjectives which means what? Adjectives were the describing words. You want to write two words which describing about this cat. Okay. Then cat. About the cat, they describe just like furry, clean. This is the adjective for what? Cat. Third line, you want to write verb for the noun 1. So about the cat, you want to write 3 verbs. The doing actions done by this cat. Here it is given just like pull, mew, scratch. These all were the actions done by whom? Cats. Next one, you want to write the phrase about noun 1. You want to write a phrase. Phrase which means what? Phrase were the group of words, but it doesn't carry the format of a sentence. Sentences were what? Having full meanings. When we read that sentence, we will get the full meaning. But phrases, we will get only the partial meaning because it is a partial sentence. Got it? So, how you next line about two things you want to write. One phrase about noun 1 and one phrase about noun 2. So, noun 2, which is whom? Dog. So, here you want to write in the fourth line, you want to write one phrase about the cat and one phrase about the dog. That is the fourth line. Then, next line, what do you want to write? Same like what we have done in the last line, just like 3 verbs about whom? Dogs, which means bark, lick and fetch is the 3 verbs given for dog. Next line, 2 adjectives for this dog, which means friendly and playful. That is adjectives given for dog. Last line, the name, what? Dog. This is a format for writing what? Yes, diamond poem. So again, diamond poem is a 7 lines. So totally 7 lines were there, and it is shaped just like a what? Diamond. And 2 controversy things, which means 2 different things it is explaining about. Okay. So we want to explain about, we want to took it as 2 different things and we want to explain about them. That is called what? Diamond poem. So next activity, write diamond poem about one of these topics. So what do you want to do? 4 patients given there, elephant and ants, day and night, crow and peacock, school and home. So any of this topic you can choose and you want to write down a diamond poem here. Okay, don't forget. This is a work for you. Then all of you just take page number 8. A new chapter, A Cure for the King. A Cure for the King. I know all of you like stories. Which all stories you may happen to hear? A lot was there, isn't it? You may happen to hear fairy tales, Aesop fables, Then Panchatantra stories, a lot just like that. Yes, we like stories that have what? Morals. What's the specialty of Aesop fables? Aesop fables were the stories where the animals as a character in that stories. Each and every story is what? Animals were the character. Moreover, each story carries what? Morals. That type of stories were known as what? Aesop fables. Okay. So there were stories behind each of these things, which means Panchatantra or this fairy tales or whatever it is, each carries a moral. So you like stories, isn't it? Today we were going to hear a story of a king. But before that, let me ask you one thing. I'll say one situation. Yes. When you're school going time, it is just like this. After Saturday and Sunday, Monday you feel somewhat laziness. Feel lazy for doing your work. You're slow in doing your works, isn't it? So what will happen? Your mother or father, maybe both of them will scold you because they know the school bells or the activities which you want to do should be in the correct time. Otherwise, you will lose the school bells. You will get punishments, isn't it? So they don't want you to be do just like that. That's why what they will do, they will make you to do your activities as soon as possible. But at that time, yes, you will feel just like you'll feel pain here and there. Morning itself, you'll feel what? Headache or stomach pain or something just like, right? Yes, which makes you doing your activities slowly. So, today in our story, we happen to hear about a king who seemed like this, was always worried about his ailments. Ailments, which means diseases. Always he was mourning, which means crying, because he can't be able to do anything because each and every moment he is crying because of the pain. Let's see what is his disease and how we can cure it. Okay, so the story is just like this. Once there lived a king. Matter it is just like every time he is mourning, I told you, because he is paining everywhere. That's why he was not ready to be in the court, which means there is a king's court now for deciding everything about that place or that country. Yes, was not ready to go there. Moreover, he was not interested in his people's matter too. A king want to decide everything, each and everything about us people, isn't it? He should be the guardian of the people. But he was not ready to do that also, which makes the people what? Tensed, because their king is always crying because of the pain. So who will take care of him or who will take care of them, which makes them very sad. Okay? Yes. King do once, he always trying together with that he think how he can get rid of this pain. Yes, once what did he do? He did just like this. He proclaimed or he spread the news in his court. Whoever cure his disease, the king will give a bag full of coins for that person. Yes, the news now, gold coins now, what happened? It spread throughout the country. And one young man came there because he happened to hear about what? The reward which king decided to give. Isn't it? So what did he do? He come with a red color bottle juice. He came in the court and he met whom? There will be guards in front of the palace. So the guards asked, why you are here? And what did he answer? Yes, I want to see the king because I came with a medicine for curing his ailment. Then the guards took him near to the king. Yes. Then the king was astonished because he happened to see what? Medicine in the hands of that young man. But he was doubtful whether he will get cured by this medicine or not. Then he asked to the young man what was the purpose of his visit and what was the thing inside that red color bottle. Then he answered just like, yes, my majesty, this is actually the medicine for curing your ailments. But there's one condition. What do you want to do when you are taking this medicine? Before you're taking medicine or after you take this medicine, you don't want to think about elephants. Yes, elephants, the largest animal in the land. So you don't want to think about that animals. Okay. Yes. So the king was happy by hearing, oh, I will not think about an elephant or anything like that. I want to cure my disease. So what did he do? He, yes, agreed with his condition and he took medicine from the young man. The next day, morning itself, our king wake up in the early morning and he was ready for taking the medicine. Suddenly, he thinks just like this, oh, that man told don't want to think about whom elephant before I took this medicine. What's the matter? Suddenly, a herd of elephants came in his mind, isn't it? Moreover, there were small babies of elephant calves also were there in that thought. So, the condition what that young man told us just like, yes, he don't want to think about elephants. So that day he can't take medicine, isn't it? Next day also same like he wake up in the early morning, same like he stand, but before he took the medicine again he think the same thing itself. So each and every day that routine act just like a routine activity each and every day he wake up in the morning and started to take the medicine, but suddenly the elephant's picture came to his mind, which makes what? Yes, he can't take the medicine. After some days, this young man decided to meet whom? Our king. And what did he do? Yes, he came near to him and asked about his ailments and how it is cured or not, anything, or a lot of questions were there. But the king was very sad. Then he told what? Yes, my young man, you told a condition just like this. Yes, what I don't want to think about elephants. So each and every time when I took this medicine, that group of creatures, which means elephants, came to my mind, which means I can't take this medicine. Then suddenly this man asked, so what about your ailments and pain? Suddenly, unknowingly, what did the king tell? Oh, I haven't got a time for thinking about this ailments or pains. Everything gone from my mind. So, what did the young man told? Oh, that's it, my dear king. There is no ailments, no pains, nothing for you. That's simply your thoughts. Your thoughts make you as a diseased one. You don't have a disease. You are very healthy person here. You are an able king. Don't want to think about this ailments or pains when you are thinking about your course, man. Yes, your ailments and pain were only in your mind. It is not affected for your body. So be a good king. Like that young man told the king, become happy, and he gave the reward what he have proclaimed, a sack of gold for whom? This young man. This is the story. Would you like it? Yes. Shall we go to the chapter? All of you take page number 8. Okay, before doing the activity, let's start with some textual books. You can see the picture of a knife, a stethoscope, a scissors, a needle, a syringe, then a thermometer. Yes, the question is just like this. Which of these things does a doctor use? Circle them. You know which all things. Which all things that doctor use? They use stethoscope, scissors, syringe, then thermometer. You know that. Okay. Teacher is going to read this chapter. All of you place your fingers in your textbook and hear how teacher is reading together with the pronunciation. Okay. Once upon a time, there lived a king who thought he was very sick. Even The best doctors could not find anything wrong with him. So, they could not cure him. There is nothing wrong with him, they said. It's all in his head. He just keeps thinking that he's sick. Yet the king lay in bed all day long, moaning and groaning. I'll reward anyone who cures me with a bag full of gold coins. The word spread throughout the kingdom. A young man heard about the reward and the king's strange disease. He bought a jar of sweet red juice. Then he went to the palace and asked to see the king. The king is ill. You cannot see him, said the minister. I have brought a cure for the king's illness, said the stranger. The minister looked at the man doubtfully and took him into the king's room. The stranger bowed to the king and said, I heard about your illness, your majesty. I have a rare red medicine which will cure you very quickly. How can one medicine cure me? Moaned the king, who looked perfectly healthy. I have 100 ailments. So it is just like once upon a time there lived a king, and even the best doctors can't cure his ailment, because every time he is saying pain here, pain there, just like. Then what did the doctor's decision about his disease? How they say there is nothing wrong with him. Simply he was saying all his diseases were in his head. He just keep thinking about what is sick. That's the problem of our king. But the king also not agreed with this point, because yes, he have pain everywhere. That's why what did he proclaim? He proclaimed, those who cure his disease, he will give a bag of gold coins. Then next day, who reached there? A strange person reached there. A young man reached there with a jar of what? Red color medicine. Yes, he reached near the palace, gate of the palace, and the king was not well. You are not able to meet him now. Then what did he told? What did the young man told? He told just like, it's not a problem. Actually, I'm here to give a cure for the king. You see a red color jar of red color juice in my hands? That is actually the medicine for a king. Then later he happened to see our king, and what did he do? He bowed in front of, which means what? Showing just like this, bowed in front of the king, and he told why he visited that king. See the next page, page number 9. This medicine cures every illness, but don't think of an elephant while you take it. If you do, you must not take it that day, said the man. Next morning, the king was about to take his medicine. He thought of himself. I must not think of an elephant. At once, the image of an elephant flashed through his mind. He could not think of anything else. The more he tried not to think of elephants, the more he thought about them. Images of charging rough elephants and little baby elephants following their mothers crowded his mind. So he could not take the red medicine that day. Strangely, this happened every day. Every time he picked up the jar of medicine, he thought of elephants. A month later, the young man returned to the palace. Your Majesty, the rare red medicine help you? He asked the king. So what was the problem? What was the thing that the young man told? Yes, if you are taking this medicine, don't want to think about whom? Elephants. But whenever our king took this medicine, he thought think of whom? elephants. So till that 1 month, he can't take the medicine. After 1 month, who reached there? Our young man reached there, and he inquired about the progress. The matter it is just like what your majesty, the rare medicine help you, like that he asked. What was the answer of our king? Next page, all of you take page number 10. I couldn't take it, said the king. I couldn't think of nothing but elephants. But what about your aches and pains? Asked the man. Aches? Pains? Why, I haven't even thought of them, exclaimed the king. I was too busy trying not to think of elephants. This proves that you never had any illness, my lord. If you were in real pain, not even an elephant could keep you from feeling ill. The man said with a smile, You are cured, my lord. So I am, said the king with a laugh. He gave the man a bag full of gold coins. From then on, the king did not waste his time laying in bed imagining he was ill when he was not. So what was the thing happened? Yes, the king told, oh, whenever I took this medicine, I think about whom? I think about elephants. Then what did the young man say? Yes, what about your aches and pains? And what did the king reply? King replied just like this, aches and pains, because of this elephants, I can't think about my aches and pains. So the young man told, yes, that's it, my dear lord. Matter is just like this. You don't have any ailments or pains. Not even an elephant makes you feel away from illness. If you are really feeling ill, that elephant or any creatures like that persons can't rid you from that pains. So the real matter it is just like this. You are very healthy. There is no disease for you, nothing for curing you. And what do you want to do? You want to be a healthy man or healthy king. Which makes the king understand that he was very perfect or perfectly healthy. So what did the king told? So I am the king with a laugh. He gave the man what? A bag full of gold coins. From then the king did not waste his time. He became a good ruler. This is the story. You got it? Okay. So, shall we move to the questions? Okay, let me ask some questions to you. Who came with a red color medicine? Yes, a young man came with a red color medicine. Yes, a young man came with a red color medicine. Why did the young man come to the palace? Why did he came there? Because he happened to hear that, yes, king proclaimed just like that he will give reward for the person who cured his disease. What was the reward? Yes, one sack full of gold coins was the reward. King take the medicine. Why? Did the king take the medicine? No. Why? Because each and every time when he took that medicine, he think of whom? Elephants. That's why he can't took the medicine. Next page. All of you take page number 10. Write T for true and F for false. First question. The king had no disease. Is it true or false? True. The king had no disease. Second question. The king thought he had 100 ailments. The king thought he had 100 ailments. Yes, that's true. He thought just like that what he have a lot of diseases, was not healthy, right? Next question. The young man brought a rare medicine for the king. Yes, that's true. That red color juice. The king had to take the medicine while thinking of an elephant. Is it true? Yes. What was the prescription he told us like? Don't want to think about elephants. So whether it is right or wrong? It is false. Then the king took the medicine for a month. Did he took it? No, that is false. That's it. There were some activities just like complete these sentences, answer these questions. Teacher will send the answers through WhatsApp, and you want to copy down activity B and C to your notebook together with some meanings further. See, meanings further just like new words, morning and drowning, making low and deep sound of pain. Second question, ailments, minor illness. Third one, charging, attacking. Round, which means wild and dangerous. These are four meanings for that you want to write down to your notebook. That's first thing. Second one, this activity B you want to copy down to your notebook. Activity C, both these answers teacher will send you through WhatsApp that you want to copy down to your notebook. Okay. Hope all of you understand what teacher took in this class. I think you like that story, isn't it? Okay. Throughout this video, teacher read this chapter for you because you want to get the pronunciation how it is. So what do you want to do? You want to read the chapter at least 5 times and seek signature from your parents. Okay. One more thing. Okay, last class also I gave a work for you. Each work you want to do in your notebook. Okay. In this class I told you what meanings, activity B and C that you want to write in your activity you want to do in a proper way. Next week teacher will send you a message for sending the pictures of your notes to the teacher. Okay, at that time you want to send the pictures of your works for the teacher. Okay, don't forget. So let's wind up the class. Hope all of you understand what I have took in this class. See you later. Thank you.